Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. I'm Shivani and let's dive into your astrology for this month. Even though I'm doing it in mid-May, I feel like the tarot is always relevant obviously, but you can really watch it for your sun, moon, rising or Venus. Um, and check out other videos of your other signs because there might be messages for you there. By the way, I'm Shivani and welcome to my channel. I am the founder of Dream Life Lounge. I'm a human design reader, astrology uh, reader, a tarot reader. Basically, I am a digger for self-help tools, and I have really used. I'm in a constant kind of like lookout for exciting modalities, and they kind of like find me all the time. And yes, I really help people to reclaim their true authentic self. So welcome if you want to check out how to work with me on a personal level or dive into my library where I store all my resources. You can all check it out down below. My library is called Jewel. You'll get to know about it when you log on to that page. So all the links are down below. And now let's dive into your astrology for this month. So as asked you last month in April to start focusing on your leisure, on your rest, on your pleasure. If you guys would have listened to that, you would probably have a good time right now, a good health, a good routine, a good structure. If you did not pay heed to the signs that your body was giving and asking you for, then this time could actually get you to focus on your health big time. So if you are facing burnout, if you are facing this inability to balance work and life, if you are focusing, if you're finding yourself in a space where you don't know how to tackle the health issues that are coming your way, then I really suggest you to have a look at your life again. What are your structures? What are your everyday structures? How is your energy moving on a day-to-day basis? Our work makes up for 80% of our day, right? For some of us maybe 60%, but it's still a majority of what we spend our time on in the day. Of course it may vary for everyone, but on a general level. So if you are not happy with the basic structures that are in place for you, with the work that you're doing, with the time you're spending in every space, then it could really be start showing up in your health. And that can just feel like blah, right? That can just start feeling like lethargic, or it can feel like tired, or it can feel like something is off, the pulse is off. And so if right now you're not feeling productive, you're not feeling excited, then it's really okay. I think I was tuning into your signs energy before doing this reading because I'm like, why the heck am I so tired? I'm not on my periods, I'm not in my rest phase as such. I'm more kind of like in my more extroverted phase of my month, but still I've been feeling this deep a sadness, but also tiredness and exhaustion. So, and it makes sense because in your astrology all the transits are happening in your sixth house, and sixth house is the sign of your routines and your health. No wonder that sixth house is a blend of both of these things because they both are so interconnected, right? So this is really asking you to pay attention. Where are you focusing and pouring your energy? This time is really asking you to focus on your health. Somewhere around 16th, Jupiter will also move into your 6th house, so you will have like almost 4 or 5 planets. You've got the Sun, you've got the Mercury, you've got the Jupiter, and you've got like a North Node as well in 6th house. So there's like a party going on in your 6th house. So all the attention is going to be, you're going to be talking about it, you're going to be probably some of you teaching about it, you're probably somewhere studying about it, but you are just like really focused on your structures, on your health. For some of you it could be your job, but it will still ask you to focus. How is this like making me happy? Is this sustainable in the long term, right? So also then Venus and Cancer, they both are in Mars right now, and for you guys this looks like 8th house stuff. So when it comes to your relationships, romantic relationships, the energy right now is could be very emotional, but also could be very underworld, meaning that they probably, you might be forced to look at your relationships or your past relationships or how you want to manifest in your future, all of it from a very deep scorpion less, because 8th house is the scorpion house, right? So it is really asking you to look at your patterns, it's asking you to look at your mindsets, it's asking you to look at your pain points, it's asking you to look at your deep fears around commitment, around relationships, around intimacy. So, and when Venus and Mars, they're together in that sign, yes, it's gonna be like, if you choose to work in this space right now, like doing some inner child healing or really looking at your fears, what they are, or for some of you it might be manifesting in your external reality, like really look at it, don't ignore it, because I feel like this is really an opportunity to unearth some deep psychological fears which are probably holding you back from the relationship of your dreams, you know. So really look at it when it shows up. Let's move on to the cards and see what do we have for you guys. Later on in the month, around 20th, Mars will move out of Cancer into your 9th house, so that you might be start feeling more motivated to take up a course, to study, to travel, to explore more. So you would probably have, and obviously 9th house, the house of Sagittarius, so you will actually feel that motivation pick up. So if you've been feeling like not very motivated or lethargic or tired, exhausted, by like 20th May, you guys actually could feel more inspired, more motivated. You could actually feel more inclined towards booking tickets, towards traveling, towards, as I said, taking up a course or offering teaching, or just like exploring deep philosophical aspects of life. So I see this 9 of Pentacles toning up. So obviously for a lot of you guys, this time is really asking you to, not just asking you, actually, you guys are very focused on your pentacles, meaning your finances, your stability, your independence. Yeah, a lot of you are not even in a relationship right now, and you're really like enjoying it. You're like feeling very self-sustainable and independent. Like it's not, as I said, if something is showing up, cool, but if something is not showing up, but if you're feeling this deep call to call in love, we had such a romantic setup today, right? So if you're feeling this deep call, then it would be because, as I said, maybe a lot of you are like really enjoying life, but if you feel a little like, see, there's a difference between wanting love out of a space of I should or I need to or I must, or wanting love because I feel so whole and I want to just share this cup with someone. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from you guys. It's not an energy of like, what can I do? I need to have that. No, it's just really like you guys are pretty chill about it right now. So take advantage of this Venus and Mars together conjuncting in this 8th house, and explore what are your fears around commitment, or explore what's the kind of relationship you would actually want to manifest. Yeah, it's a very, like I would say, this is the space in your life where you can really dream of right now. But also I feel like it's a time to, which is asking you to like really enjoy what you have cultivated so far, like if it's wealth or if it's time, if it's knowledge, if it's beauty, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you have been accumulating or calling in, enjoy it, like really enjoy it this time. Yeah, what do we have for you guys this month? So I do feel a lot of emotions. As I said, Venus and Mars both in Cancer, so you guys could actually be feeling emotional and actually be feeling a desire to cocoon, to nurture yourself, to take care of yourself, as we all are actually right now. But I also feel like for some of you this could also remind you of a lot of your mother wounds, maybe. Which means maybe some of you might be guided to explore your relationship with your mom, or your wounding around your childhood, connected to your mother. But it's also asking you to look at what stops you from being you in relationships, in personal relationships. Okay, this while astrology said the focus is on like health and stuff like that, I feel like this is energy is turning very towards relationships, um, because I think you guys are really thinking about love right now. Now that you feel kind of like whole, right? You have been disappointed in love. You are kind of like a little bum, and I think that's why what got you to kind of like take on this journey of self exploration, take on this journey of like putting your all blood, sweat into your work, into your passion, into your hobbies, into yourself, right? But when it comes to your relationships, you are like, I feel a little bum, I feel a little sad, right? You are probably running away from something. You are probably running away. You have ran away from a relationship, probably a third party connection, probably in a triangle situation sort of a thing, or it could be even in a friendship or a workspace environment, but whatever. There was something which really caused you a lot of pain, which got you onto this path of self exploration and self healing and self love. And now that you have you're kind of like exploring the beauty of being by yourself and nurturing yourself, you're also remembering the past, and it's kind of like haunting you, right? Maybe you didn't look it up, faced what you needed to face at that time, and now it's kind of like coming up as all the Venus and Mars is transiting your 8th house. It's like the 8th house, I said, it's the underworld energy, it's the subconscious realms, right? So you might dream about somebody, but it's just reminding you how probably someone ghosted you, someone ran away, or you ran away. But either way, it's just like really bummed about something. You just really, I feel like this deep sadness, right? But I do feel like things are actually not over, and like it's not all is lost, right? As much as you think it is, it's not really. You might look at all these cups which have fallen down, but there are cups which are still there. Same energy. You might look at everything that is like not worked out, or everything's just gone so bad, but actually there is an offering. There is something being offered to you. There is something available. There is probably a perspective that is available to you, a higher perspective of seeing things or opening yourself to love. But you're kind of like too focused on what's not worked out, too focused on the past. You showing up in your own reading, Sagittarius. This is a Sagittarius card, and when this happens, it's a reminder to come back to you. It's a reminder to anchor. It's a reminder to disengage with distractions, disengage with everything that you have made up to, created, manifested to distract yourself from the pain. It's not bad. Like, celebrate where you've come towards, where you've come, how far you've come. Celebrate that, but at the same time, remember that it's not an antidote to your heart. Do you get it? Like, yeah, you're doing great financially, in your career, in your work. You're flourishing, you're thriving, but how do you feel deep inside in your heart? And you might be telling yourself a story like it doesn't matter, but it matters. And so this month will ask you, as Venus and Mars both cruise through Cancer for 13 days. These 13 days will ask you to really look at everything that has caused you pain in your relationships and to alchemize that pain. Pluto is also going retrograde currently on all the way till October, actually. So it's really giving you a chance to alchemize any past pain into love. How can you attract love when you hold on to anger and unforgiveness and pain and distrust in the world and people? For me, this is also a card of alchemy. Do you see the water flowing through two cups? Whew. And I feel like this is also happening because we just did your astrology, right? Like, you're taking rest, you're slowing down a little bit, you are getting off the rat race, and that's kind of like giving you the time and the space to think about things which you have not thought about in a while because you were so busy manifesting, you were so busy being this magician who just like draws in everything that they desire. And right now, when you're slowing down in this Taurus season, you're remembering the past, and it's like painful, which is why you haven't faced it for a while. What's the advice for you guys? Okay. Get off the rat race, first of all. Stop being afraid. You are really like, what is it called? Once born, twice shy kind of vibe. You're like really afraid, and you're really, really holding back your love, your expression, and somehow you don't even realize that this past pain, even though it's coming from your relationship or your love, it is actually impacting the way you show up in the world, the way you work, the way you show up in your in say, yeah, with your passion, with your purpose as well. You're not able to fully own that expression of yours. So it's really, really asking you to get out of this place. Stop being afraid. How long will you hold back? I just really, really feel you know what I'm talking about. You know there is someone, something out there which is calling you, which is pulling you in, but you've been like, nah, I'm too busy, or I don't want to look at that. I don't have time for that. But is it true, or you're just making up a story so that you can avoid that deep, deep desire for love? We all want love. We all like love. We all desire it. We all want it. Who doesn't like it? And yet we hold on to these stories about why we shouldn't have it, why it's wrong, why it's not the right time, not the right place. I also am getting. Okay, so as we end the month, as you take the time to rest, to recuperate, to gain back your energy, as you've been like resting, you've been reflecting back, got cut. So I was saying, as you have been resting and regaining your strength and focusing, coming back to your body, and you can see all this pain which is probably reflecting in your health. You know, like sickness is always coming from an emotional void, emotional distress. It's always manifesting from somewhere. So you see all that stuff and you reflect back on all the drama which ensues through it, which has got you here. You gain strength and passion. Your sacral refuels. You see something, someone, or yourself, either way, take it as you will, as this, again, actually this is the fire sign, so it could be Leo, Saggy, or Aries, or it could be just you. You see your own potential, you see your own strength, you see your own fire, or you see this in someone else being reflected. It's always the same thing, right? So you see it and you're like, wow, why didn't I see that before? So this month is really all about seeing what you have not seen before, right? You're like, whoa, how come I didn't see that? Wow, really? And there kind of like comes finally a justice to someone, or probably to you yourself. The scales get balanced. Something in your life gets super balanced as this awareness sinks in, and an opportunity, an offer, or you to something rushes in. as a, it's like as soon as the awareness clicks in, something lands up to deliver the proof that your intuition was right, that your deep inner knowing was right, and not all these fears that you've been holding on to, not all these stories and facades that you've been holding on to. Or this could be this reading who delivers this message and cracks you open. Maybe this is me. Maybe this is someone else, a friend. Maybe this is anything you read online. Maybe, I don't know, like this could be literally something which is very unexpected, and it steps in and it just, ooh, that light bulb moment happens. And you come back to being who you really are, what you're really good at, being a fool. Being a fool, a freaking fool, right? Like, you are Sagittarius, you are somebody who loves taking risks. You're really optimistic at your core. You believe in the good in the world. You believe in the highest possibilities. You see possibilities where people cannot. It's the most optimistic sign. It's ruled by Jupiter. You are philosophical. You are lucky. And you know it. But sometimes you just lose that spark because you just get sometimes just too blindsided with this fire of this world, or this push or the rush to be a part of this world. When that awareness clicks in, you're ready to make some changes. You're ready to take a risk. You're ready to be the fool who just jumps off the cliff because they're a Sagittarius. You want this, and you know it. You want this so bad. You want to move to calmer waters. You want to move in a new direction, and you probably don't want to do it alone. And this kind of like hits you like brick. It's like a, what? How come I didn't see that? How come I didn't realize that? It's a very it's this energy of like secrets popping out. But of course, they don't unless and until you are ready to slow down. Yeah? So, this is what this month is really about. Secrets coming in, awareness clicking in, psychic downloads. Already with the full moon and eclipse, this might have actually started to happen. This might have already happened. But of course, it's a process. It doesn't happen like this. It takes like that. I feel like this entire month is about the unfolding and revelation. And I feel like how that looks like is like day by day, the memories click in, the awareness clicks in, like, oh my god, I remember this. How come I didn't notice that? It's that kind of a vibe. So this is what this month is really about. Secrets come out, awareness clicks in, awakening happens. And when that happens, it doesn't matter how painful things have been. It does not matter how many times the heart has been broken. The fire reignites anyway. Because the passion never dies. The passion never dies. Alright then, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next month. Take care, and let me know down below if it resonates.